For every person, there will come a day where they look back and ponder over the numerous events, struggles, and accomplishments, discovering the most influential or significant of all. For me, even at this young age, I can without a doubt identify my first trip to Niger as a turning point in my life. Though it's already been a year since I made my journey across the Atlantic to that whole other world, I still feel a connection, just as strong as ever, to the country and to the African continent. The experiences I had in Niger are grounded within my soul now forever, and what they taught me rarely leaves my mind. My journey started in middle April 2008 when I went through 20 hours of travel to get to Paris and then to Niamey, the capital city of Niger. My hours in the plane and in the airport terminals were full of anticipation of the unfamiliar society and landscape I was about to step into. The moment I most remember as the Air France plane descended to the tiny airport of Niamey was the glowing brown, tan, and orange of the desert ground just outside our windows. When I finally stepped out of the plane at our destination, I got to know Niger by the first touch of its suffocating 115-degree heat. The next week's climate would be no different. 9 days of my life became an indescribable interaction with a civilization so different than the Western world I'm used to. From the oasis of the Hotel Gaiway standing tremendous against the background of the Niger River and its green, to the thousands of Nigerians and African immigrants from all around the region crowding the expansive markets, my eyes and camera captured it all. Compared to my experience with seemingly clean and civilized European society, walking through the streets of Niamey and Tirodi and their many packed markets with stands of every kind was exotic and an incredible new experience. I gained a view into the daily lives of Africans and the traditions, such as Islamic ritual prayer, that made up their routines. This first-hand look allowed me to develop a respect, admiration, and interest for the culture of these people. Another significant element of my visit to Niger was my interaction with the children and youth of the country. Whether it was on the streets in the bustling capital city, the market of Tirodi, or out in the rural villages on the flat, barren landscape of the Sahel, children still often managed to carry smiles on their faces, even though most of them struggled with hunger and unimaginable hopelessness. Their resilience and courage in the face of adversity and a lack of simple human needs influenced me to change my attitude and be thankful for the many privileges I take for granted at home in the United States. And in a similar way, what I lived through and saw around me affected the values I'm developing as a young adult. Without the whole experience, I would not be who I am today. Memories of all Niger's beauties, the times playing soccer and laughing with the Fulani kids, and the culture and language I absorbed will never slip from my mind.